Hey, you're missing our favorite movie.
Hey guys, welcome back to Where and When. Well, seeing as how it's still Lilo and Stitch Day, What do you mean it's no longer Lilo and Stitch Day? But according to Planet Turo time, Oh, I see. Whoops. Well, I still want to talk about Lilo and Stitch stuff, so let's consider this a bonus video. So for those of you who have seen my Lilo and Stitch video, do you remember that throwaway line I mentioned in the show about how far behind Turo is from Earth's reference of time?
It's not slow. Stitch set it for Planet Turo time. They're 438 hours behind.
Well, this got me thinking, how far away is Turo from Earth? Sounds like a silly question to ask, I know. Turo isn't real. But we don't know that. It could be real. All the alien stuff in this film could be real and we don't know it. For all we know, this thing could be real. First of all, RIP, but second, and more importantly, I wanted to talk about this. So strap yourselves in, because we're going to be going through one heck of a journey. Like I mentioned before, Turo's time zone is 438 hours behind Earth's time. 438 hours is 18 days and 6 hours. Here's an example. If it's noon on June 26 on Earth, then it's 6 in the morning on May 29th on Turo. So this means that Stitch would have to travel 438 hours into the future just to catch up to Earth's reference of time. But seeing as how he goes warp speed on a spaceship, this means that he reaches Earth in a much shorter amount of time. To be specific, 4 hours.
We have projected his landing at 3 hours, 42 minutes.
So, in other words, Stitch travels what should be 438 hours in roughly 4 hours. Divide 438 by 4, and you end up with 109.5. So let's break this down. In this universe, 1 second in hyperspace is equivalent to 109.5 seconds, or 1 minute and 49.5 seconds. 1 minute in hyperspace is equivalent to 109.5 minutes, or 1 hour and 49.5 minutes. 1 hour in hyperspace is equivalent to 109.5 hours, or 4 days and 13.5 hours. 1 day in hyperspace is equivalent to 3 months, 16 to 17 days, and 12 hours. 1 year in hyperspace is equivalent to 109.5 years. Going back to my original point, Turo is 438 hours behind Earth, so this means that it takes that amount of time, 18.25 days, for the light of the sun to reach Turo. The speed of sunlight is 670,616,629 miles per hour, and the farther away a planet or star is, the longer it will take for the sun to reach it. For reference, it takes just over 8 minutes for the sun to reach Earth, and that's a 93 million mile distance. But it takes about 5.5 hours for the sun to reach Pluto, which is 3.5 billion miles away. If Turo is 438 hours behind Earth, this means it takes that same amount of time for the sun to reach Turo. So this means that Turo is 293,730,000,000 miles from the sun, and 293,637,000,000 miles from Earth. I already mentioned in my Lilo and Stitch video that the chase in the climax was originally going to involve the aliens hijacking a passenger plane and going after Gantu. But after 9/11 happened, the filmmakers scrapped that idea, even redesigning the plane to make it look like a spaceship. But we're going to use this to our advantage. The exact aircraft they use in the deleted scene is a Boeing 747. This plane's top speed is 614 miles per hour. But it has to go slower at higher altitudes, at a speed of 560 miles per hour. So on Earth, Jumba and Kweltikwan's ship can reach a top speed of 614 miles per hour. We already have the distance between Turo and Earth, and Stitch traveling that distance in 4 hours means hyperspace is equivalent to 73,432,500,000 miles per hour. Yeah, Boeing wishes. On a small side note, the chase at the end of the film starts at Lihue Airport on Kauai's South Shore and ends above Kilauea on the Big Island. The overall distance between Lihue Airport and Kilauea is 317 miles, so this means that the chase in the climax of the first film lasts just over 30 minutes. In the live-action remake, instead of the Turo system, the trial at the beginning of the film is held in Jumba's home galaxy, the Kweltikwan galaxy. From here, Stitch launches into hyperspace and travels to Earth in 12 hours. That's triple the amount of time it takes to travel from Turo to Earth in hyperspace.
In 12 hours, we project he will collide with a planet called Earth.
If we were to apply the same logic here, this means that Kweltikwan is 881,190,000,000 miles from the Sun, and 880,911,000,000 miles from Earth. So, we've reached our conclusion. Fun fact, if you've reached the end of this, you've successfully traveled 5 minutes into the future. Go get yourself a cookie.